A major apology.
Adam, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I never meant for that to happen.
What do I have to forgive you for?
You're right. You don't have to forgive me. You don't. You have every right to hate me. I hate myself. But now that you know, I need you to tell me. And I'm not going to blame you at all. Do you want to divorce me?
All My Children, brought to you by Tylenol Sinus Gel Caps, the strength you need from the name you trust.
How did we get from Alec's confession to divorce court?
Because it's my fault. I'm to blame. I'm very vain. I'm weak.
You're obviously as guilty as sin. It's written all over your face.
Well, then don't look at my face. I'm ashamed for you to see.
Wait a minute. What do you think I am? Helen Marsh? Coming down from on high to preach eternal damnation because something happened between you and Alec?
Then you forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive you for unless we're all damned to hell for moments of bad judgment. The point is, nothing came of it.
What exactly did Alec tell you?
He told me that during my recent reign of terror, he made a pass at you. And you told him to go take a flying leap.
So you're not furious with me?
Oh, my dear darling, sweet wife, this is 1994. A man making an unsolicited pass at a woman is no longer grounds for burning at the stake or divorce. Whatever put such a foolish idea into that exquisite head of yours?
Well, Alec's unsolicited advances might have been my fault.
Oh, really? How?
Well, you were inaccessible, and I was lonely. I was very lonely, and I was alone, and I allowed him to comfort me. I leaned on him maybe a little too much, and I allowed him to see me as a friend instead of the boss's wife, and then maybe that's how the wires got crossed up, and if I had used better judgment, then I would have never allowed any of that to happen, but that's...
No, I think all of that is a molehill masquerading as a mountain.
Still, I did not want you to find out. That's why I wanted you to fire him in the first place.
And so you changed courses midstream and begged me to keep him on?
Yes, because I didn't want you to lose your prize executive simply because of my unconscious encouragement.
And all that fumfering around about wanting to keep Alec on?
That was true.
So you could have some more quality time with your husband.
That was true. That was. And because of Alec working so much in the business and putting in so many hours, then I was able to have my husband back. And I don't think that a pink slip or 2-month severance pay is enough to show our gratitude. I really don't.
No. Well, that's quite settled. He's gotten himself a 6-month contract. My point is, you don't have anything to reproach yourself for. You didn't do anything wrong. If you're looking for somebody to blame, hey, here I am. This is all my fault.
You want to apologize to him?
That surprises you.
Yeah, that floors me. It's more like it.
Yeah, well, this is strictly on the level.
Okay, well, go ahead. I'm waiting.
When you first got to town, we got off on the wrong foot. I didn't trust you.
Right. No newsflash there.
Well, I had my reasons. Adam's accident put his family in deep waters. Adam's acting like Captain Queeg. You take the wheel, and suddenly the happiness of a few people I care a lot about depends on you. How you handle Adam and his businesses. I naturally kept an eye on you.
Actually, it was the fist that annoyed me.
Well, sorry about that. I'm protective of the people I love. And Gloria and Haley rank right at the top. Your reputation with the ladies had preceded you.
Oh, yeah, that Houston thing. All that bed hopping from bedroom to boardroom.
There are two sides to every story, and I discounted yours because of personal prejudice. I was wrong. Your job performance here has confirmed everything on your resume. I mean, you've pulled off a major miracle as far as dealing with Adam goes.
I can second that emotion.
You stood up for Haley and Gloria when they needed somebody in their corner. So look, if it's not a case of too little too late, I hope you accept my apology, along with this.
Oh, you got good veins, kid. Nature's highway is waiting to take you, transport you to Never Never Land. I got your ticket right here. Huh? Oh, it's gonna be a rush watching a cop's punk kid ride the big horse, huh? Some photo finish. You ready for me? Here we go, kid. All aboard the main line. Here we go.
You okay? Yeah, I guess. Where did you come from? Space, what do you think? Come on, that was a nice move, but come on, hurry up. I don't know which key it is. That one with the square head. Okay. Hurry. Ah, got it. Hurry, the next one. Come on. It's waking up. Come on. Over, I got it. Oh, okay, we're gone.
No one leaves this party till I say so. Don't worry about coming back for more, kid. You ain't coming back.
No, run.
Not this time.
Let him go.
You're dead. You are dead.
Please. Get your hands where I can see them, dirtbag. Up.
Oh, mwah. I am just so happy. I cannot think of a better way to start the new year than the two of you back together, starting a new life with a new home and a brand new baby girl. Did I speak out of turn?
Well, it's not you, Livia.
Well, I hope not. From what you two have told me, your future is looking better and brighter than it ever has. Is everything okay with baby Danielle?
Oh, Dr. Clater says she's the healthiest, heartiest baby in Pine Valley.
So what's the problem?
Lucas.
Oh, what's he done now?
Well, he's actually been wonderful. I mean, he's really stuck with me through the pregnancy, and he's held my hand, and he even coached me through the delivery.
Yeah, by telling me off, he even helped me to see how much I would be missing out on, what I could stand to lose if I kept acting like a jerk. The only things that matter to me, Mimi and the baby.
And Derek and I told him that we were willing to have the test to determine who the baby's father is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, honestly, you know? I mean, look, if Lucas turns out to be Danielle's biological father, we told him that he could be part of her life.
I'm sure it meant a lot to him. I know he has a lot of regrets on what he missed out on in Terrence's life, and that was very generous of you to offer him a second chance.
It's just that Lucas doesn't see it that way.
Look, once the paternity's been established, if it should turn out that it's Lucas's baby, I will help you draw up a legal document that establishes visitation terms.
That's the trouble.
See, he doesn't want to settle for visitation. He wants full custody.
Custody? What even makes him think he can expect that right?
Well, I guess I did. I mean, he feels as though I used him through the pregnancy as a stand-in for Derek.
Yeah, and he's really ticked off that I stepped back into the picture.
I mean, he feels cheated, and I really understand that, but see, what scares me is that he really feels that he's entitled to raise Danielle on his own.
Look, Livia, Mimi and I just need to know, is there any way that Lucas could get custody of our little baby girl?
Hello, sweet pea. Hello. Hi. I've been waiting so long for you to get here. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect something so tiny and so perfect. And did I say beautiful? You are so beautiful. I can't wait for you to look at me one day with those soft brown eyes and say, "Hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy." From the crib to the day you get married, I got some big plans for you, daughter. Yeah, some big dreams. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that they come true. Huh?
You hold that child with real pride.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something about holding a baby that makes you stand up tall.
Don't I remember?
Yeah. Hey, you take this precious little bundle and be real careful.
Like she was my own.
Okay. Bye, sweetie. Hey, son.
Hey.
It's really something, huh?
Yeah, I guess she takes after her mom like that.
The moment I picked her up, man, the moment I held her in my arms, I just knew that she was mine.
I thought that owning people went out with the 13th Amendment.
What? What's up with you?
Uncle Derek says you want to get custody of the baby?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I've given this, weighed this very carefully.
I don't think that this is a decision that you should make. That child belongs with her mother. You got to be crazy to want to take the child away from me.
I wasn't aware that I opened this up for discussion.
I'm opening it.
Listen, this doesn't concern you, okay? I mean, this is a very complicated matter, and I don't think that you understand all the complexities.
Oh, I understand plenty. You're not worried about what's best for the child. You just want to get back at Mimi and Uncle Derek.
Terrence, this is no time to be picking Daddy apart.
Baby, he wasn't picking me apart.
Daddy, don't defend him, okay? If he ever needed us to stand by him, now is the time.
He needs to hear the truth, okay?
No, he needs our support. Think about how much he's suffered.
Listen, sweetheart.
His suffering? Mimi's the one that carried the child around for 9 months, gave birth to it. Now what? She gets to worry herself to death wondering if she'll be able to keep her own baby? She's gonna have to fight him for custody of Danielle?
Can we take this outside?
Do you understand how he feels? I mean, he stood by Mimi through morning sickness, through the childbirthing process.
Oh, wow.
He has as much time and love invested in this baby as if it were his own. I mean, it's only natural that he'd want to continue to be part of the little rugrat's life.
Save it, all right? Mimi and Uncle Derek are willing to give him as much time with Danielle as he wanted. But that's not enough for him. He wants to snatch Mimi's child right out of her life. He's using an innocent baby to get back at Mimi for choosing Uncle Derek, all right? That is not love, Taylor. It's wrong and it stinks. And I don't want any part of it.
Come on. What are you, deaf, Greco? Get your hands off my boy or I'll blow you across this park.
Super knock to rescue, huh? Big Daddy with a gun? Careful, you might just take out Junior here.
Get your hands off my boy now. Move it!
Don't shoot, officer. I'm not armed.
An old lady, Greco.
Get off me, I can't breathe.
You're out of shape, huh?
You ain't got nothing on me. Your rat Pink Boy and I, we were just hanging out.
Who's gonna stick Timmy with that needle? Get him smacked up high as a kite. Jamal hit him with that rock.
All right, listen, I want you guys to wait in the car. Come on, let's go.
Bad boy. You're gonna stick my kid with his dirty needle, pump him full of poison. What kind of dirtbag does that, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Scrape the bottom of a swamp. What do you get, Greco? Get a drug dealer. Take him down 10,000 years on the evolutionary scale. You're on the bottom of the food chain. A lousy dirtbag hooking kids, little kids, for fun and profit, huh?
Get off me. You're hurting me.
Oh, ooh, what happened? You fall down, go boom! What makes you tick, huh? What do you ooze out of bed in the morning? You got some brand new idea how to hook young kids on dope? You drive by a store, you see a leather jacket, a car stereo, you gotta have it, huh? Get me some of that 6th grade action, huh? Drive by the schoolyard, the park. You get enough of those little kids hooked. Sure, you go back to the mall at the end of the day after all that hard work as a drug dealer. Get yourself a bag of golf sticks, huh? That's it, isn't it? That's it. Pure, uncut greed and nothing but. All you want to itch your neck scratched. That's it, isn't it, Louis, huh?
What do you know about it?
Where do freaks like you come from, anyway? Oh, were you the run of the litter, Louis? Huh? Have a bad childhood? Santa didn't bring you enough presents? Not a shiny new bike, huh? No? Well, I don't care. Because no reason is any excuse for the evil that you do, Louis.
Save your sermon, Padre. You got to arrest me or let me go. That's my right.
You don't know nothing. You don't know the difference between your mouth and a hole in the ground. What about my boy's rights, huh? What about his boy's rights? His boy's mother died of a drug overdose. You want to follow her there, huh? Her rights are dead and gone. I could put you there, pal. You know that? Might be a good idea. Sure, taking out little garbage like you might be good for the old environment. Or maybe... Huh? Maybe you ought to just clean your clock with this, huh, Louis? Yeah. Never again would an innocent kid ever have to see that stupid smile, huh, Louis? Ever again.
Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. Please. Please. You coward. You sniveling sacket. Don't. I could beat you, huh? I could peel you like a grape. But then I'd get busted and you'd run. You'd be free. You'd be out. I'm gonna get my jollies watching the wheels of justice just grind you up and spit you out. Into a vermin-infested cage.
I'll be out by Easter.
Yeah? Well, don't count on it. Get him out of here. Cuff him. Mirandize him. Mirandize him up the wazoo.
You're some kind of hero. Both you guys. Give yourself.
Truce?
Oh, sure. What the hell? Life's too short. Yeah, they come.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong.
Yeah, well, everything Charlie said goes double for me.
Oh, good. I hope you mean that.
New year, whole new ball of wax. Any problems we've had, they're past history.
Good. Great. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Well, I gotta get some stuff done. I'll see you later.
You are a genius. Does the Pentagon know about you?
No, but they're dispatching a tactical squad to defuse your mouth. You almost blew me out of the water.
Oh, come on. I caught myself before I did any real damage. Page 232 of the PI handbook. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Are we a great team?
Are you kidding? With your brains and my mouth, throw in a few other body parts, and we have one super sleuth. So, now that we've lulled Alec into a false sense of camaraderie, what's next for our new bestest friend?
We become the finders of long-lost loves and track down Janine, what's-her-name, Alec's girlfriend from the old neighborhood.
You know, they say you never forget your first love.
Yeah, well, torches have a shelf life, and Alex for Janine may have fizzled out by now, and along with it, any chance we got of getting Pretty Boy to stop blackmailing Gloria.
And how do you stop a blackmailer?
Get goods of equal or greater value and counter blackmail.
Ding, ding, ding. Give the man a set of matching steak knives.
What can I say? Great minds think alike.
And I'll just bet that Alex's closet is bursting with skeletons we can rattle to get him to back off of Gloria.
So what do you say, up for a little dig?
Well, where do we start?
From scratch. Where else? This way.
Oh, Adam, you were not responsible for Alec coming on to me. I brought that on myself.
No, there you go again. No more mea culpas from you. No, I won't allow that. After my accident, I turned this place into a house from hell.
That's not true.
It is true. If you'd been happy, you would never have turned to Alec for comfort, and he never would have gotten out of line. It's my fault that you were unhappy. I turned into a raging, out-of-control beast.
Are you being too hard on yourself?
No. God help any poor hapless soul who walked through that door. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Oh, you're talking nonsense.
You remember when I came down so hard on Brian Bodine? Because he committed the cardinal sin of accompanying my wife to a roadside stand to buy corn? Hanging was too good for him.
It's very difficult watching people come and go as they please when you're confined in a wheelchair.
Well, then I should have kept my mouth shut. But no, I attacked people. I insulted people. Brian Bodine was a worthless punk, and Dimitri was a backstabbing wife-stealer. What I did to you was unforgivable.
But you don't owe me any apologies.
Darling, I owe you everything. I promised you happiness and the fulfillment of your dreams. I gave you nothing but pain and misery. I made up the rules as I went along, and then when you figured them out, I changed them on you.
But I understood.
How could you? I made myself completely inaccessible to you. I ate alone, I worked alone, and I slept alone. All my choices, because I had my anger to keep me company. What did you have for company? It's obvious you had Alec.
I never wanted Alec. I only wanted you. It was always you.
Darling, I rejected you. Over and over and over. So what if one day, when I was at my worst, when you looked up and Alec offered you a sympathetic shoulder to cry on? A sympathetic ear? You're not to blame if he found you irresistible. But nothing came from it. It's okay. It's not as if my wife and my vice president ran off to some secret trysting place behind my back.
Adam.
Stop feeling guilty. Just stop it. This is the new improved me, remember? That erstwhile jealous husband of yours has been transformed. I no longer see conspiracies behind every closed door. Darling, what I'm trying to say is I love you. More than I ever thought possible. And I would never suspect you of being unfaithful simply because some other man had the good taste to find you desirable. I trust you. I trust you completely and totally.
You are too good to me. I don't deserve that.
You deserve the world on a silver platter. And my New Year's resolution is to see you get it.
Stop it. I cannot sit here and listen to you praise me and promise me. I need to tell you everything.
Sweetheart, you're trembling. What more is there to tell me?
Please forgive me.
We've been all through that. There's nothing to forgive you for. Unless there's more to the story than Alec let on. Is there, Gloria?
I need you to know that will never happen again. And I love you so much. Nothing is ever going to come between me and the man I love. My husband.
Apology duly noted and entirely unnecessary. So, upward and onward. I do love you.
I love you.
See you at dinner.
Sounded like you were about to spill the whole enchilada. What stopped you?
What stopped you? Why did you not tell Adam that we slept together?
Hey, hon. I forgot this when I was in here before. It's for the baby.
Oh, Terrence, how sweet. What is it?
Well, it's sort of an insurance policy.
Wait a minute, 2014. Why all of a sudden I feel so angry?
Hey, look, I checked in on Danielle before, and, man, she's tiny, but she's mighty. I'm gonna have to stay on the good side.
Well, I have a feeling you're going to be her favorite cousin.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Hey, listen, you guys, I just wanted to let you guys know how happy I am for you. Really.
Thanks, Terrence.
Thanks.
I saw Lucas at the nursery.
Did he say anything about Danielle?
No, but I said plenty. I let him know how his plan to get custody stinks, and there's no question that I'm with you guys all the way on this one.
Look, I really hope it doesn't come to that. I mean, you guys have worked very hard to get your relationship together, and I really hope it doesn't come undone.
Neither do I, but he's dead wrong. I mean, no one knows better than I do that a child needs to be, if at all humanly possible, a child needs to be with his parents. And Danielle needs to be with you, her mother. You guys know it, I know it, her Aunt Livia knows it. And yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt that Danielle's aunt is a lawyer.
Anyone can see how much you love that little girl. Just want to go on loving her forever.
You're not jealous, are you?
Sibling rivalry? Next to me, Danielle's the luckiest girl in the world. So long as I always hold at number one.
Lucas, Mimi just told me something that I find it impossible to believe. You're not really serious about planning to pursue custody of this child, are you?
Yes, I am. This doesn't concern you, so please just back off.
Back off? By blood or by marriage, that child is my niece. And it concerns me. It concerns me very deeply because I know you, Lucas. And you're only trying to do this to try to appease your guilty conscience.
Listen, I'm concerned about the child's welfare.
No, you want another chance to play Father of the Year. You want to try to make up for all the lost time when you abandoned Terrence and me. You want to try to go to the birthdays and the Christmases and the school assemblies that you missed out on. Well, I'm sorry. You cannot make up for your past mistakes with somebody else's child. Now, you made your peace with Terrence, and you got your chance at fathering when you raised Taylor and married Vivian. So what are you trying to prove? Why don't you just let that baby be?
Have you forgotten that I may be the father of that child?
Well, then you owe it to her to make her world safe and secure. And the way you do that is by filling it with people who love her, starting with the one person who should not have to fight for that right, and that is her mother.
Okay, I'm sure that there's a way we can settle this without yelling.
Not exclusively.
Listen, once paternity is determined, I may have a biological right to follow that child's whole life right up to the end. And I actively intend to pursue that right.
Well, that is your privilege. But I want to issue you a personal challenge. I wonder if you could even put that baby's welfare before your own raging ego.
Who asked you to get in the middle of this anyway? You want to psychoanalyze me? You want to shrink me down to size? You want to punish me for learning from the mistakes I made with Terrence? I blew it with you and my son. So that's it. No second chances, huh? Well, let me tell you something, lady. I've got reasons to want to get involved with Danielle that have nothing to do with Terrence. I can make that baby a fine life.
You haven't learned anything. If you think that this sudden little nesting instinct is more to do with Danielle's welfare than with getting back at Mimi for choosing Derek over you, you're lying to yourself. And trying to use that child as a weapon against their mother is unconscionable. Well, let me tell you this. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that baby stays where it belongs with its mother. And I will fight you to the Supreme Court if I have to, and I intend to win. So I hope you have a damn good lawyer.
Daddy, you know that I love you more than anything in this world.
I love you too, baby.
And you love Danielle, right?
With all my heart and soul.
Enough to let her go? Because Livia's right. The baby belongs with her mother, Daddy. I know that it hurts.
Man, you too, huh?
How about I buy you the biggest porterhouse steak that I can afford on my meager salary?
I'm staying right here.
I love you, Daddy.
Tim, you're making me crazy. Do you realize how close that guy came to sticking you? What do I gotta do to protect you from this garbage? Pack up all our stuff and move out of town?
Dad, it wasn't my fault. That guy came after me, honest. Yeah. Timmy got jived into coming here. That Slimer Greco jumped him. I would have been dead if Jamal hadn't hit him with that rock. Oh, yeah. I got a cape and a big ol' S in my T-shirt. I was handcuffed to that bench, but Jamal threw a rock and hit Greco on the head. You should have seen him take Greco down. He was like Hulk Hogan. You watch too much TV.
Hey, I think you gotta take some credit where credit is due, all right? You did good, son. You did real good.
Look, you keep an eye out for McIntyre. I'll dig up his file.
Oh, well, gee, if I do good at that, maybe I can graduate to peeking through keyholes. How come you get all the glory and I get all the grunt work?
Not true. You're the brains of this operation. Everybody knows that. I'm just another pretty face.
Yeah, that's right. Remember the doggy door caper, huh? I laid a trap for a wild possum that was breaking and entering through a pet door.
Yeah, and got stuck yourself halfway through. It took a carpenter an hour to cut you out.
Are you saying I'm fat?
Will you not start with that again? Okay, here we go. Alec McIntyre.
What do you have?
W4 form, health insurance, next of kin, family in Boston.
Anything interesting?
If I had told Adam that you and I spent the night together, he would have thrown you out. And you might have come to me as a last resort, but more than likely, you would have run in the other direction. I love you, Gloria. I want you to come to me because you want to, not because you have to. I want to hear you say that you love me with all the passion that I know you feel.
Please don't.
You know, when I was standing there, listening to you, I felt like my heart was going to stop. I was just waiting for you to tell Adam that you love me. And not because I was blackmailing you, but because you could finally admit that you care for me. I've never felt this way about anybody in my life before. I've never loved anybody like this, Gloria, and I swear it's either going to kill me or it's going to save me. and I don't know which. The funny thing is, you don't understand. You know, you really have my life in your hands, not the other way around.
When you talk that way, that's the Alec that I remember. That's the man who came up to the cabin in the snow. That's the man who was very gentle, very loving. That's the man who, when he said, "I love you," made it sound like a promise, not a threat. That was one perfect day. If you do want me to come to you on my own, does that mean that you are not going to use that one night against me? Do I have your word?
What are you finding so interesting?
Nothing yet.
Anything I can help you with?
No, nothing really. Charlie and I were just looking for the original document that we signed when we opened Valley Investigations.
I thought that partnership had been dissolved long ago.
Well, you never know. We may decide to go back into business together.
Yeah, and why start from scratch when the paperwork's already done?
Alex, the man you want.
Beg your pardon?
For any documentation you may need. He's faster, not to mention tidier.
Well, look, let me straighten up here.
That's all right. Alec will take care of it.
Okay, well, bye. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Alex Insurance.
Gloria, that day was perfect. For me, too, and I will never forget it. But I'm not a sentimental man. And just because I didn't tell Adam this time doesn't mean that I won't tell him the next.
You said
I said that I would prefer it if you came to me of your own free will, and I mean that. I really do. But I also meant it when I said that if you try to get rid of me, you better believe I am going to take you down with me. Don't sell me short. It'd be the biggest mistake that you ever made.
Well, it's almost time for Danielle's next feeding, huh?
Well, look, the nurse will bring her in to you.
You know, with all this talk about Lucas and custody, I need a baby fix. I need to hold my little girl close.
You know, I could use some of that myself. Look, Terrence, why don't you just keep bragging about your tiny cousin Mimi here while I go fetch her, all right? Okay.
So, they decided to add another 2 ounces. That's good news.
That's fantastic.
Chow time.
Oh, who's up for a feeding?
Baby Danielle.
Mimi Reed's Danielle? Well, she's already in with her mom.
No, she's not. I checked.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Well, this isn't very good. Baby's not here. And she couldn't very well have just gotten up and walked out of this hospital.
This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson. Tomorrow, our race relations report card for America.
Also, actress Mary Steenburgen, and part 1 of our week-long look at how to lose those holiday pounds.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Coming up, can anyone save Marty from Todd? Stay tuned for One Life to Live next.